Hello, brothers and sisters of land. Welcome to my page. My place is my comments and such. I keep it down. I need to get here under 10 minutes. If it goes over the 10 minutes, it's very important. And not important. The liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people who smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca. That's 80% of you masses asses. Get out of here. Scat. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or roasts, especially put it down below. Let's go on with the topic for today. Okay, I'm almost at 500. So I'll be creating Martheus Knowledge 5, okay? Because I'm like one of those rare alpha guys up on there who don't want to be popular, eccentric. Okay, people don't like to read. People have low attention spans. I gotta deal with all of the riffraff people in my inbox. Confused, don't want to pay, broke people. But you know how to donate. You can donate. You can set up an appointment with me for therapy, of course. But of course, I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. This is my YouTube face. But you do not know my professional face. Alright? Okay. You just know me as what I am. But let's go on with the topic. So the topic for today will be about, okay, asking people questions. If you want to be a therapist, it's very important that if you are a true therapist, you start asking questions to understand their facade. Lots of people tend to not be asked a lot of questions in their life. That's how you know they're not self-aware. When you ask them a question and they're questioning themselves, okay, like a lot of religious people, I always ask, for example, like I said, I don't want most of you listening to me, the masses asses, which I'm talking to. There's only a few elite that will understand my psychosis, okay? And when you start asking questions, their raison d'etre becomes self-aware. I say, are you religious, okay? You can't be Emerald Pill man, because I'm the Emerald Pill king, motherfucker, right? So nobody can take that. I'm patenting on that shit, and if somebody does, I'll probably destroy them with my magic or some shit like that. I'm the Emerald Pill king. No one has created the Emerald Pill. Only I, okay? I usually ask this question. Are you religious? Okay. And that question pertains to your raison d'etre, your ID, your self-awareness, who you are as a person. Once you say you're religious, then you have no raison d'etre to me and you cannot be Emerald Pill. That's the first question. I only have 5 questions. So go down there in the past and check out how to be Emerald Pill pillar person, okay? You're beyond the Matrix. You're just literally out of this world. You're not just going to watch a movie and understand anything. I've already learned about the Matrix when I was a kid, okay? Because I'm schizoaffected, okay? But I'm not mentally ill, okay? You want to say, okay? So be careful with that. Some mental illnesses are not really mental illness. So you got to take that with a grain of salt, or don't take it with a grain of salt. Do your own anecdotal research rather than just doing your research externally through scientific biasm, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But understand this. If you want to be a therapist, you have to ask people questions. People don't ask me questions, and I get disappointed, okay? And this is the thing, I don't want people to look at me and judge me for something that they don't even know about. They don't even ask any questions. And that's also how a way you can tell if they're biased or very liberal or a libertarian themselves. If they don't ask questions, you already know who they are. That's how I judge everybody. It's like, okay, you don't ask questions. You don't know why I said something. You don't want to get a little bit in the nitty gritty, okay? Or a little bit of details of why I said it. The pathology of why I said that. The psychology of why I said that. So I start asking people questions. Why do you believe in a God? Okay, why do you believe in Santa Claus? God is like Santa Claus. If you ask those questions, you can understand their train of thought. It's very important to understand people's train of thought. And then you can put them in your own categoric box. Okay? Because a lot of people, when they come onto my videos or they come into my comment section, they're really not self-aware individuals. They're mostly NPCs, non-playable characters. And as I said before, how to become a therapist, a self-made therapist, is by just questioning a lot of people. This is one guy, I forgot his name. He sits at a table, okay? He's a white guy, and he'll sit there and ask you, how is socialism wrong? How is socialism right? There's a question mark there. Do you know this tactic? Do you know what this means when you start asking people questions? It's called the Socratic questioning technique. Okay, it may be called something different now these days, okay, but it's called Socratic questioning. Okay, and if you do Socratic questioning techniques, you'll start to understand that you are wiser because you're learning things about people. The thing that baffles me is about Socrates, the Greek philosopher in the past, is that why he committed seppuku, suicide. He took hemlock, the story of him taking hemlock, and one thing I don't understand that why would he kill himself when he was a warrior too. He was also a soldier. He was a very moral person, okay, who lifted the spirits of his people, okay, when he was in the military. If you don't know anything about Socrates, just start reading about him, okay. I'm a mixture of three philosophers, okay, Socrates, Heraclitus, and also Mahatma Gandhi, okay. So those are my three that come off the top of my head. And I tell people this all the time. If you ask yourself your inner questions about certain things, why do you believe this? Why do you believe that? But my inner voice just says, fuck everybody. Fuck you. Okay. Where am I getting that voice from? Is that your intuition, or is it an external voice? Is it an internal voice? Do you know what that means? All right. I wear these because it helps me to focus sometimes. Okay. Sometimes I start hearing noises and shit and I can't concentrate. That's another thing. But I can still get it up. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Black men don't usually get impotence. Okay, all right? But other than that, I say some strange, peculiar things. But if you don't have any questions, this is why I can deal with you. And this is why I don't have to deal with you. All right? So to become a therapist is to do what? Ask questions. There you go. Learn things about yourself and other people. Because once you are exposed, that's the end, okay? And on top of that, try different days too. Sometimes people are just so unstable that they'll change their answer because, like, I did this one thing. I did this little test. I said, why do you not believe in God? Why do you not believe in this? And they'll change their answer after a season or two. If their answers are different, and I keep track of shit like this, okay? I told you I'm a therapist. I do this profession for myself, okay? I told you I have other ways of making money. You will understand that they're unstable because this the other week they said this because of this. But the next following week they said something completely different. Have you ever tried this before, you guys? You'd be amazed how many people say crazy shit. And I'm like, didn't you just say last week, nigga? Okay. You know, I'm like, people are just unstable, okay? Because they don't know themselves. There's a lot of you people out there who don't know yourselves. But the growing number that China has superseded past people to not believe in religion, but everybody else in the world believes in religion, okay? That's crazy, isn't it? Because they're becoming more evolved. Wherever there's less religion in the world, the more evolved they become. Okay, so because they did the research and they questioned themselves so much to the point that they will not be bamboozled. So please understand this one thing: if you want to be a therapist, how to be a therapist, the best way to do is to start by asking questions. I despise people who don't ask questions because their emotions is on their sleeve. Okay, their emotions is on their sleeve. They're not critical thinkers. They have no interest in research. These are the worst type of people to be around. This is why I'm in a league of my own. Okay, and I have my reasons for why I do things. And there's people who just get judgmental and call me a narcissist or a fucking psychopath. But I do act crazy sometimes. But that's a mask, okay? I do that shit on purpose, okay? Sometimes I do it for attention. Sometimes I just don't, okay? I'm a mixed bag of shit, okay? Full of shit and sometimes some roses and some flowers and some dildos, okay? I do not fuck around, okay? I am not the same as everyone else. Everyone is authentic in their own fucking way. And that's all I really wanted to say. How to become a therapist, okay? What is the first thing you need to do? Ask questions upon questions upon questions. Peace.